going on, everybody? It's going for the latest news, and if you're new here, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into the SmackDown from last night. It was a better show than last week. I honestly say that. Started the show off with Cody Rhodes. He came out there pretty much speaking his part before the Viper event. He only came out there and pretty much was telling Cody, yo, I got a lot of respect for you. I got a lot of love for you. But I'm coming for that championship. I feel like you're gonna retain it. You're gonna whoop John Cena's ass. Well, I don't know. That's still up in the air. Also, Rey Fenix is now a part of SmackDown. He's gonna have his debut match next week. So we're gonna see Penta's brother Rey Fenix in action next week. Also, Americana Grande. I don't know. A lot of people have mixed emotions about him. Some people feel like it's not Chad. Some people feel like it is. Most people feel like it is, but you feel like it is. But Naomi, a major heel turn, great promo segment by Naomi with her heel turn. The heel Naomi is definitely best for business. She cut a nice heel promo. Whatever the case may be. Attacked B-Fab and before Jade Cargill came out there and she she ran up out of there quick before she got her ass kicked for a third week, I guess. But heel Naomi is definitely a good look. I like what they doing with her. She's finally getting some shine there. Also Pretty Deadly. I like Pretty Deadly though, man. Like I said again, I'm just not a fan of the gimmick, but they went against the Street Profits in a decent tag team match. Of course, the Street Profits came out on top. They beat up Pretty Deadly. I don't know what's next for Pretty Deadly, man. Good win for the Street Profits though. Looking like they going into Mania for sure with them championships. I don't know what plans they gonna have for the Street Profits at Mania. Like I said, it's definitely gonna be like a multi-man match. Maybe a ladder. They should bring the traditional ladder tag team ladder match back at Mania for those teams. That will get more people in tune with the tag teams, because the tag team division been a little lackluster, no pun intended. But also the kid that went trending from John Cena's promo, he understands the business, and him being a young boy or whatever, he was very honored to be actually pointed out by Cena. But he, at a young age, he understands the business. He still considered John Cena his hero. But yeah, John Cena, I don't know. Still no mention of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I know The Rock, he had some issues with his flight, or what I was hearing earlier. I'm gonna try to get more intel on that. I don't know if he's stranded, whatever he had, but I'm gonna get more intel on that on another video. But yeah, so we had CM Punk and Seth Rollins and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns contract signing. That was pretty interesting. No blows thrown there, but that was like towards the end of the night. So yeah, as the night goes on, we gonna get more into it. But I know Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, they feud is picking up. Damian Priest attacked Drew McIntyre backstage and chokeslammed him through the windshield, and he got glass in his eye. And it was pretty funny because they had CM Punk pass by, and I know that was a jab at AEW. We not stupid, man. This CM Punk just so happened to pass by there at that moment, and then Drew McIntyre still laying there in the car with the glass in his eye or whatever. We're not stupid, man. That was a jab at AEW. But also Jacob Fatu and Solo had they backstage segment. Pretty much Solo and Jacob Fatu. I don't know if Solo trying to get himself involved in the US picture as well, but I know Braun Strowman had a match with LA Knight for the US belt, but that didn't end too well because Jacob Fatu dick rolled and caused the DQ. So it's looking like they're gonna have like some type of multi-man match at Mania for the U.S. Championship. Now who will come out on top, I don't know, because I know LA Knight he just got the belt back. He's a 2-time U.S. champion. He just got it back, so I don't know if they want to have him drop it again that soon. After that I don't know what would be next for LA Knight. I don't see him being in the World Heavyweight Championship picture anytime soon. Both Raw and SmackDown at the moment. So I don't know. And also Charlotte Flair had a match with Mi Chen, which was like we knew that was like a filler match because it was no in hell she was being no Charlotte Flair. You know what I'm saying? And her and Jade Cargill had that running up stage, but goddamn Mi Chen came to goddamn beat Chelsea Green. She's like 0-2, 0-3 against Chelsea Green. How y'all expected us to believe she was gonna beat a Charlotte Flair on her way to WrestleMania? So that was like a filler, boring ass match. That time could have been saved for something else. But it is what it is. But we get into the contract signing. Which Tribal Chief Roman Reigns came out there first, and the crowd was so much behind the Tribal Chief. With the chants, that crowd over there overseas is just amazing, man. They was just chanting Roman Reigns' name for at least 10 minutes throughout the whole segment, or whatever. So that crowd is just amazing. So started with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. He came out talking his mess or whatever. And also, I want to stop right there. I want to talk about these damn prices for the meet and greet in WrestleMania. The prices is just outrageous, man. Them prices is out off the charts, man. They trying to rob people with them prices, man. God damn, them prices is goddamn more than cars and shit. But yeah, we get back into the last segment of the night, contract signing. Roman Reigns came out there first, followed by Seth freaking Rollins. He came out there talking his mess. Him and Roman was going back and forth before my boy CM Punk came out there or whatever. Roman was pretty much being the cocky one. It's no telling if Roman's a heel, babyface, or right now I guess you could say he's a tweener when it comes to this triple threat match between him and Seth Rollins and CM Punk. So they all guys is out there. So CM Punk is like pretty much reading the contract or whatever. Paul Heyman was like, "Yo, I see you reading. What you looking for is in the contract. To sum it up, CM Punk is finally gonna main event WrestleMania, and for the first time in his career. And CM Punk was very emotional behind it, and I know it wasn't an act. I know that was real emotion from CM Punk, because he worked so hard for that. Been away for 10 plus years looking for that, and he finally going to main event WrestleMania. And now I know a lot of people is like a little shocked because the Rumble winners is not main eventing WrestleMania. Cody's not main eventing this year, and Jay and Gunther's not main eventing. And I know a lot of people is a little uproar behind that. But let's face it, man, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns draws money, man, and that's a fact. Along with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, like that match have to go on the main event for Mania. I mean, the championship match is cool. We already know and predict who gonna win the match between Gunther and Jay. Now, as far as Cena and Cody Rhodes, that one is like still up in the air. But even that don't really deserve the main event spot over Seth freaking Rollins, Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. You know what I mean? And then also, as that the night went on, CM Punk found out he was gonna be in the main event of Mania. Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is like thinking that was like the favor or whatever the case may be, but he's like, nah, nah, nigga, that wasn't even that wasn't even a favor. So that was like the cliffhanger of the night. So now everybody's wondering what this favor still might be. I mean, CM Punk got his main event spot. So what the hell is the favor? A lot of people feel like he's gonna, the favor could be him siding with him at Mania instead of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Or it could be that, or it could be a plot twist that, like I mentioned last week I believe in one of my review videos, and a lot of people starting to pick it up as well too, or starting to think the same thing, that he's gonna side with Paul Heyman's gonna turn on Roman and CM Punk and side with Seth Rollins. A lot of people feel like that's gonna happen. That could be a swerve because, like I said, these wrestlers and everybody be online, they be looking and they be seeing what people is talking about and engaging in. So they could swerve it and maybe still have Paul Heyman still be with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns and just or maybe he could side with CM Punk again. But a lot of people feel like he's gonna side with Seth Rollins, and I kind of feel like that too. It would make for a better story, and those two, alter egos, together, Seth Rollins, Mike Skills with Paul Heyman, Mike Skills will be, it'll be different. It'll be totally different. And a lot of people are expecting it, but a lot of people are not expecting it. Not like the John Cena. Nobody was like expecting that. Nobody could honestly say they was expecting that John Cena heel turn, which everybody's still talking about to this day. To this week, the most talked about heel turn in modern day history with John Cena, man. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about SmackDown this week. I feel like it was a better show this week, better than last week. Raw was a better show this week too. I'm not gonna lie. Things are starting to a little pick up. I think we only got like about 2.5, 3 weeks to Mania, so I guess that's why things is like picking up a tad bit. I'm just wondering, just like everybody else, what this favor is with Paul Heyman and CM Punk. That was a crazy cliffhanger to just end the show with. So that's everybody, second guessing and just gotta just tune in for Monday Night Raw and next week SmackDown. I don't know when the guys is advertised to be all under the same roof again, but yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought about Monday Night Raw, what y'all rated. I rated SmackDown. Rate SmackDown. I rated like a high 7, 8. Like I said, it was a better show than last week. Things are starting to pick up finally, but it just need to pick up a little more, especially with John Cena and goddamn Cody Rhodes. Some blows need to be thrown there, man, already, because I'm getting tired of all this talking shit. But yeah, you guys let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and if please leave some comments. The comments help me out in the algorithm. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a blessed night, and I will be back here for the Monday Night Raw review on Netflix this Monday coming up. You guys have a blessed day.